Freddie, I know you tuned in too. Don't you worry, buddy. We got you.
Hello.
Destiny, how you doing?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, is that your Instagram at the Fit Mommy?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I thought somebody like was posting on your shit. Hey, I'm on stream, so I gotta let you know.
Yeah, I'm watching.
Oh, well, I know you're watching, but rather than talk about you and I don't want to have too much crazy of a conversation because I think you have just so much to say which we can't cover completely on the stream. Um, but I do want some quick reactions from you.
Okay.
Just because I know a lot of people who are watching this are like, I think they're trying to wrap their head around this and they're like, well, what do you feel about, well, you obviously exposed him, but what do you feel about, like, I've never really liked him. Um, but like his character is kind of being like, crystallized on social media.
Right.
What do you feel about everybody talking about him? Which some people might be like, well, still he's gonna be the father of your child.
Well, honestly, like, and I have no reason to like lie about anything, you know what I mean? Um, it was like watching the downfall of Freddie Gibbs, and it was like so weird because when he first contacted me, I didn't know who he was, right? And then when I met up with him, he built himself up to be like this, vice lord and like gangster and like coke rapper, whatever, like built himself up to be someone that I could always feel protected with and trust. And then I slowly saw his downfall, like after we got beat up, and I saw like how that affected him. I saw, how, and he even made a comment to me. He was like, I feel like you don't respect me after what happened in Buffalo, and I'm like, well, I kind of did lose respect for you because now I see that I'm not protected like you always said I would. You know what I mean? So
That makes sense. You should be protected. I mean, he
it
says it in hip hop. He's a big vice. He says VL.
well, that's the thing. And whenever he would like rep his set and like, oh, I'm VL, whatever, it would make me feel like, okay, he knows people that know people that know people that can protect me, right? And I always felt protected around him and his friends. And then when I saw that he wasn't really like that, I was like, oh shit, like what's going on? This person is not who he says he is. And that was frustrating for me because I wanted to believe that he was like this great dude. You know what I mean?
No, hey, listen. For what it's worth, and by the way, for everybody who's watching, I always try to own up to my shit too because I'm not perfect as well. Because I feel like I've thrown words at you too, like because you were with him at the time, whatever. Especially after the fight. I'm gonna be honest though. In hindsight, yo, you held that nigga down, especially during that moment when everyone was coming at him and there's a video or whatever. You held him down to the fucking utmost that any woman could have. Which I'm
like
gonna be honest with you, that's dope.
It's like I held him down, but I didn't get anything in return for my loyalty. You see what I mean? So it's like, and I say that to say, like, I was taken aback by it because my chain got snatched in that fight. And I already spoke, to Benny. He said I could have my shit back, which is fire. But
I know Benny's a good guy. Yeah. Like
the
you
very
should.
next
Were you
day,
pregnant then?
No, I wasn't pregnant.
Okay, thank God.
But the very next day after that fight, he went and he bought himself a new watch and he did not replace my chain. And so I started to see him do little shit like that, just like leave me on the back burner. And he thought I was just always going to stick around. And I think he thought that I wasn't going to come out about my pregnancy. I think that he really thought that I was just going to be quiet about the whole thing because I contacted Lambo, I contacted his assistant, I contacted his whole team. And I was trying to keep it from being messy. I didn't want to bring it to social media. I really didn't. But the only way Freddie will respond is through social media.
You just said the most important thing that I've felt for the last, like, again, the issues. I don't know if I try to give a little background to the issues that I have with him, or we allegedly have with each other, and it's like it stupid comments or just like some simple innocuous comments turned into beef because he became super performative online, and then it's like, yo, that comment just turned into some other shit, and you're only like, he was just always on social media. That's been his MO though.
Right.
He's a guy where, you know, I think he's been doing comedy recently because I've seen him do a comedy show. For whatever reason, like, he just looked at social media, and that's the vehicle that he feels like he should form an opinion or some type of image around, and he's unwilling to come. I don't know. I don't get it.
It was frustrating. Like the last like 6 months of our relationship was really frustrating because he did tell me, like, I don't want you filming boy girl porn anymore. And I respected him in that light. And I said, you know what? Like, if you don't want me to do that, I won't do that, which is already an L, right? Because in the beginning you told me that you were fine with it. So
Gavin,
you're switching up on me.
wait. He told you he was fine, so he was fine with you, like, because he met you doing that, right?
Freddie Gibbs was the first person that I ever sent my viral Pornhub video to. He was the first when we were just friends. And he was like, I'm so proud of you. You're so independent. I love it. He would always tell me that he loved that I was independent. And I took that and I ran with it. I was like, wow, somebody that can finally respect me for what I do for a living and understand that it's just a job. But that slowly turned into, I don't want you filming boy girl porn. And I was like, okay, I'm going to respect you and I'm not going to do it. You know what I mean? But then,
did you ever have a conversation with him to be like, why? Because at that point, I'm not too sure if you're familiar with hip hop, but it's such like a machismo sport where it's like, okay, maybe him personally don't care, but then you're gonna have people comment about it, and those things might affect how he thinks because he just does, he cares about an internet image. You know what I mean? Like,
right. And so just to avoid all that, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to stop doing it completely. But that made me lose a lot of fucking money. And I have a child that I have to provide for already. So I was expecting him, and he promised me. He was like, I'm going to get you in front of a talent agent. I'm going to introduce you to my, acting agents. I'm going to get you on a show. Like, we're really going to, like, win together, whatever. He would promise me all these things, and I would trust him, and it never happened. And I was like, well, okay, if you don't want me to do porn and you're promising me and setting me up with these agents and getting me on TV and whatever, it was like he would always try to tell me shit that sounded good, but it was never real. So then and you just mentioned like the comedy show shit. He started doing comedy shows in the city that I'm from. And he even was like, you can do the comedy show with me. I'll put you on the flyer. It'll be our thing. And I'll split the money with you. This is what he told me. Mm-hmm. And I was like, hey, bet. He put me on the flyer. It was like Freddie Gibbs, Fit Mami Comedy Show, Austin, Texas, whatever, right? I end up doing almost half the comedy show, and I don't even know how because I'm not even fucking funny. But he showed up super late. He was getting drunk. So I'm like doing the comedy show, holding the crowd down. And at the end of the night, the owner comes up to me and he's like, hey, you want me to write the check out to you or Freddie? And once again, me trying to be loyal out of respect for him, I was like, you can write the check out to Freddie. Because Freddie told me that he was going to give me half, right? So he writes him a check for $10,000, and I never saw any of that money. And
nothing?
I never saw a fucking penny. And I was like,
wait, hold on. Wait, he used to at least, like, I don't know, give you a couple, like, 20, 30,000, at least a month to, like, hey, go shopping. Like, maybe.
He was, like, so adamant about putting me on the flyer and having me do the whole show. and never gave me anything. And that's also while I was paying his phone. But I was just like holding him down and kept holding him down and kept holding him down. And it's like people keep saying like, oh, well, if he told you to get an abortion, you should have just done it. And it's like, you don't know the half of it. You have to separate the person from the music sometimes. And I know that like I get looked down on because I do porn, but like I'm not a shitty person. And I don't treat people like shit. And I definitely don't say things I don't mean. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I do want to ask you one thing, which has confused me. One thing I can say about like what I saw with you guys' relation, I saw a lot of videos. It looked like they were having fun. It looked like he embraced you for who you were. He clearly he liked the lifestyle that maybe you guys were indulging in, and clearly you accepted him for whoever he was. Like, where were these issues? Because it didn't seem like it, at least on the videos or pictures. I would see y'all like jumping on the beds together, jumping on each other's back. Y'all took pictures. Like,
yeah, well, I mean, we did have a lot of fun, especially in the beginning. Like, a lot of the footage you saw was probably when we were in Europe, and that was like the best part of our relationship. But I did have like a come to Jesus moment when before I found out I was pregnant. And this is like a month before I found out I was pregnant. And I felt like I had to leave him. Like, I felt a strong urge to like leave the relationship.
why?
And I didn't know where it was coming from. And I was having like all these revelations, like, and I was like thinking about our relationship. And I was like, damn, the only time me and Freddie really have a good time is when we're both drunk. And mind you, I didn't drink alcohol before I met Freddie. And as soon as he took me on tour, we were getting blackout drunk every fucking night. And I was like, damn, like, I don't want to live my life like this. Like, I like to go hiking and do fun shit. But he likes to drink all the time. He doesn't sleep. Like, he stays up all night. And I was just like, I got to a point where I was kind of miserable. Mm-hmm. And I was like trying to create this person that I knew he never would be. You know what I'm saying? And it was just really disappointing.
Hey, you have to tell me, because this is viral, and I think, by the way, you got to trademark the name. Spreadie Gibbs.
See, and that's the thing. When I spoke to you earlier and you were like, it's really hard to move the needle with Freddie, yeah. Which it is. It is. Because it's the weirdest thing, and I tell people this all the time. I saw him tour all of Europe, and I saw every show sold out, right? And I saw it was all white people in the crowd. And don't get me wrong, I love all people, but I thought it was weird that he had like no black fans. Anyway, when you talk about him in the States, a lot of people don't know who he is.
That's a fact.
And so it is hard to move the needle with him. But when I was talking to you on the phone, I was like, no, this is something that is going to go viral. And like I said, I tried to keep it off the internet, but what am I supposed to do if I can't get a response from anyone? I have to bring it to the internet.
Was he so offended by the fact that, and by the way, you know, yeah, I listen, for everybody who's watching, I don't want to, there's a possibility that, she needs to be, we got to get a full sit down for this. I ain't gonna lie to you, but I do want to ask one thing, because when I was seeing your tweets, I was reading these tweets around a bunch of other women, and they said something to me, which I then found curious, and I'm gonna ask you. They were like, well, if she's a porn star or she does adult content, those people usually are more in tune with their body and also pregnancy than other women. How did you get pregnant for Spreadie?
Well, first of all, this was not like an accident, right? This is something that we talked about a lot. And I even told him, I was like, well, with my line of work, like, I'm going to have to get off birth control, and we're going to have to actually try to have a baby. He was like, yeah, get off the birth control, da-da-da-da. But I wasn't doing boy-girl content at the time, so it didn't matter. He was the only person that was nutting in me. So that's how it happened. I posted the video of the night it happened. We were both fucking drunk. And he's the type of person that wants to have sex like 4 or 5 times a day. So it doesn't take much. Like, when you're fucking that much, yeah, you're probably going to get pregnant. Like, it's fucking science,
Hey, hey, tell me if I'm wrong. And this is why, like, when you said what you said about, like, he was like pretty much he switched up on you. He was kind of showing you off, like, yo, this is like again, like I found out later, like that he had like kids and other baby mamas. Bro, he was showing you off, like, yo, this is my trophy right here, like this is my trophy girl, like.
He would tell me that all the time, and it's actually so crazy because he did tell me that all the time, and he would tell me, like, you're the first girl I've ever posted, and it's so weird because, and I should have saw this coming. When we first got together, he sent me a text, and he was like, Lambo said we would look good together, and Lambo's his manager.
Yeah.
I was like, well, that's weird. Why does that matter? Like, if we fuck with each other, we fuck with each other, whatever, right? But it's like, it almost seems like he used me as part of the rollout for Triple S. Like,
yeah, you got to realize, like, yo, he's always been the ugly duckling. You know what I mean? He's always been the person.
All of a sudden, started posting me online. He's never posted a bitch before, ever. Like, ever. And he was posting me every day, all the time, just shoving it in people's faces. And he was wanting me to post him on my page. And,
Wait, this was his idea or your idea? Be honest.
It was his. I woke up one day to like 15,000 followers on Instagram, and I was like, yo, what the fuck happened? And it was because he posted a picture of me and him on his main feed. And I was like, yo, like, we were probably talking for like 2 months at that point. And he posted me on his main page, and I was like, is he trying to prove something? Like, what's the fucking motive here? And looking back, I'm like, damn, did he use me for the album rollout? Like, what the fuck is going on? Was he trying to have the rapper porn star? Like, and if he was, that's fine. But I don't understand the hyping up a family and a baby and shit if that's not what you really want. Like, he never even had to take it there.
Nah, I agree. Hey, listen, no way, like everybody know that Freddie Gibbs got Verizon. He got a whole family plan. You were not paying his phone bill. Come on now. They thought that was an exaggeration. You got to clarify.
I was definitely okay. Look, so this is how it happened. I'm gonna tell you exactly how it happened. So he needed to get a new phone, and I'm a military veteran, so I have AT&T, and I have like a little 15% discount, right? So I was like, okay, you could just come on my plan. I could just add a line. It would be cheaper than for you to have to get your own line and do that, whatever. And mind you, my other baby daddy, who is also named Fred, I don't know how the fuck that happened, is on my phone plan. But he pays me every month for his phone. And I started to notice that, like, Freddie wasn't giving me money for his phone bill. And I kind of just didn't say anything about it because, once again, I was trying to be loyal. Right? And I was just paying his phone bill. And then I bought him an iPad. And he didn't give me the iPad back when we broke up either. So he's just still playing on the iPad. I don't know what the fuck is going on with him.
Wait, hold on. Listen, as bummy as I know him to be, it's no way that he, like, again, you clearly were, you're the apple of his eye. You was Beyonce, everything. You know what I mean? Again, he's showing you off. He got to be at least spending some bread on you. Like, yo, like, even if you pay for the cell phone, he's like, yo, tell me, like, because I've had women pay for stuff for me. You get what I mean? And I'm like, hey, listen, whatever money you paid for me, let me know and I'll cash app you the money or I'll whatever. Like, he must have gave you the money back. Like, he's not that much of a bump. Come on.
I hate to break it to you. But no, he never, I was paying for his phone bill. And it's like, why was he okay with letting me do that? I have no idea.
Wow. Fucking wow. Hey, listen, by the way, again, and I know a lot of people who are listening, y'all are intrigued. There's many more things to talk about. We won't get too much into it. Hey, I do know, you have your OnlyFans. I want to give you some time to, also kind of promote everything you have going on. I do want to ask, how did you make the decision to at least, because you're still promoting stuff and you are pregnant now.
Yeah.
Are you going to be doing any content while pregnant?
I have done a little bit of content while pregnant. I didn't realize that there was a whole fucking genre for it.
Oh, it is?
Man, are you kidding? Like, I think I've made more money pregnant than I have ever made.
Shit.
And the reason why I'm doing it is because it's like, I know that my line of work is super untraditional, but like,
It's also timely. It's also timely. You got to strike while the iron's hot.
Yeah, I planned to create a life with this person who completely ghosted me and is not supporting me in any way. So it's like, I have to work. This is what I have to do right now. And people are like, you shouldn't be doing porn while you're pregnant. And I'm like, okay, well, how am I supposed to support my family?
If Spreadie just came and said, yo, listen, man, yo, give me a monetary value that I like, because like, I'm gonna be honest with you, no matter how much of a piece of shit you are, and by the way, clearly it looked like which I think he misled you about wanting the child, because he told you that he didn't want it. It's different if he just never wanted it in the beginning. But let's say he said, hey, listen, I'm still a rapper, I'm making money here, and I get it that you need to have a livelihood as well, but can I provide a certain dollar amount that you could just kind of just sit at home and just have the kid and not, do scenes with other dudes?
But it's like he's not even acknowledging the situation at all. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe he don't think it's his. Maybe he thinks it's somebody else.
No, he knows it's his. We had a whole talk before he went to Jimmy Fallon about going to the abortion clinic. He knows what's up. And it's weird to me because his other kids were around us all the time and he fucks with his kids. Like, he loves his kids. So I'm like, I don't understand how you could just write one of them totally off. You know what I mean?
Hey, listen, this is going to be tough for me to, like, just say, because I'm not trying to hurt your feelings, but I think he's like many men who might fantasize over a woman who is a adult actress, and they fantasize over it, but in reality, they, men, we're so ego driven. And by the way, if you look how he acts on social media, it's very ego driven, even after very obvious and public things happen that are embarrassing. That maybe he's like, listen, yeah, I like fucking this girl and she's great, but I don't want the shame of having a child with her and people making fun of me. So now he's switching up on everything he's told you. Like, that happens a lot.
The shame is already there and he's already getting made fun of whether I'm pregnant or not.
True.
Which is also something that I tried to look past when we were together, is like him looking goofy in the blogs. Like, I tried to look past that, but then it's like, you can only like do that so much until you're like, okay, this person really is a goofy person.
Hey, did you ever do a scene like, so you stopped doing all sexual scenes with other men once you got with him?
Yeah.
So you never fucked another guy like professionally?
Not during our relationship, no.
Oh, okay. All right, but now that shit's over. God damn. Some people would say, well, do you feel like the stuff you said in exposing him has ruined potentially the relationship that your offspring could have with him?
No, I don't, because I think that's between him and the child. Freddie's 40. He's about to be 41 next month, and if he didn't want any more kids, like, he could have just said that, or he could have just, handled it to where we're not in this position.
Well, I think so. Again, and trust me, as much as I don't like this nigga, I also want to be fair. Well, maybe his point of view is, well, I try to handle it. I told you to go to the clinic, and you say you were gonna go. You just didn't get the thing done.
Right. And my response to that is, I had no idea that I was 3 months pregnant. It wasn't even the doctor. You know what the doctor told me?
What did
he said, we can try to do it, but you might have to come back tomorrow because we might not be able to get the whole thing out.
Why didn't he go with you?
He was at Jimmy Fallon.
Oh, okay. Damn.
And he did, I will say, he did offer to come with me. He was like, I'll come with you when I get back. But he was going to be back like 6-7 days later. And I was like, I'm not just going to keep letting this baby be inside of me and keep growing and just wait for you to get back to get the procedure done.
Mm. Do you know if it's and if you don't want to announce it here, it's fine. You can do it later, wherever you want. Is it a boy? Is it a girl?
I don't know the gender.
Mm. Are you scared that he won't be a part of the child's life?
No, I'm not scared of any of that. But what I would like him to do is be a grown man and acknowledge the situation. And if he doesn't want to be a part of the child's life, then he needs to sign his rights away.
That's true. What I do think is actually accurate though is that we gonna shame that nigga into be a father. Like hip hop has done this before. He's gonna be a father to that child. Okay. If you ask me, I think he gave you a raw deal by basically acting like he was completely unbothered. I don't think it's I'm not ready for another child. I think like reading some of the messages he's talked like you know what I mean. Even though nobody ever knew he was mentally probably processing all the L's or whatever he's taking publicly. Clearly, he was thinking about what people were gonna say about him having a child, and he was probably weighing that. You know what I mean? So
this is my thing. When I was in the military, I had a child when I was 19 years old. And all I had was a fucking air mattress. I had just moved into a new house on base. My child's father was still on tour in Korea. All I had was an air mattress. That's all I had. So I can't empathize when a 41-year-old man tells me with 3 children whom is a millionaire. I can't empathize when he says, I'm not ready for a child. Because you just get ready. There's really no I'm not ready at that point. Especially after a child that you've talked about and named and, planned.
So I gotta add. So the Plug Talk episode with you and the 2 dudes, you were clearly pregnant in that episode.
I was very early in my pregnancy. I was like 9 weeks pregnant in that video.
Did you know?
Yeah, I knew.
Okay. Did you tell him? Did you consult with him? I'm pretty sure it don't seem like you need his approval. Or...
No, we weren't on speaking terms at all. Once I turned his phone off and he got a new number, I have not heard from him. All I have to do is acknowledge the situation, and none of this would have happened. I would have never brought it to the internet.
But you would have still done the scene, though. You know what I mean? Like, it seems like one thing I've realized about you, obviously people who are not in porn, they look at porn like, oh, it's this big deal. You literally just kind of look at it like that's work. This isn't like anything else. This isn't some.
I literally look at it like it's work. Like I don't, and I don't expect everybody to have that mindset. But and I see people commenting oh, veterans don't claim her if she does porn. But it's like, do you know how much nasty shit happens in the fucking army? People don't want to talk about that though. When I literally was fucking my platoon sergeant in Korea, which is totally against the rules, right? But that's how I got pregnant with my daughter. But people don't want to talk about shit like that, or all the sexual assault that happens in the military. But porn, one of the safest places to operate that way, is so looked down upon. And I'm like, y'all are watching it. So I don't understand.
Okay, I'm going to ask a completely ignorant question. And I know obviously you're going to give me the very educated answer, but I'm going to ask it because I know a lot of people are saying this in comments. They're going to say, well, yo, right now you have, and again, I don't know if it's a son or a daughter, but you have Freddie Jr. in your stomach. And if you're having sex with another guy, that's invasive. That's just disrespectful to the child and obviously the child's father, because you have another guy, just sticking 10 inches up your pussy and the kid's right there.
Okay.
So they would say that's disrespectful. I mean, as a guy, as a guy, I always thought, I'm like, yo, if my mom was having sex with anyone but my dad while being pregnant with me, I feel I should be mad. And again, I'm just thinking as a guy, but what's your answer to people who think like that?
First of all, mind your business. Second of all, where is the line drawn? Because is it not disrespectful to the child? If we're talking about, early pregnancy period, is it not disrespectful to the child to have a doctor go in with a fucking scalpel and pull it out? Is that not disrespectful? Would y'all have rather me done that than just enjoy my fucking sex life?
Good point.
Women don't fuck any more in their lifetime than when they're pregnant. That's just a known fact among women.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Wait, women are more hornier in pregnancy? I've always heard that pregnancy pussy's the wettest.
Women are more horny in pregnancy. That's a known, fact. To anyone that's been pregnant, that's a known fact.
Hey, did you ever try to, obviously, you do scenes, and I would imagine, your OnlyFans, I would hope, is busting at this point. But did you ever ask Freddie, yo, bro, it's clear that we're kind of open and we have, this maybe non-traditional relationship as, how people from your side would view it. And, I'm guessing you're probably sexually liberated and pretty free yourself. You ever ask him, yo, do you just want to, because there's some rappers, Lil Pump actually has an OnlyFans. Trust me. I unfortunately saw it one day. He's fucking chicks. Him and Tyga be going crazy on there.
Right.
Did you ever ask him, hey, listen, fine, I won't have sex with no one else, but would this be something that you'd be interested in?
We talked about that. And at first he thought, or he acted like he was going to be down with it. And then he was like, no, I don't want to make content, So that just kept me in a position of what the fuck am I supposed to do? I went from before we were together making a steady amount of money to during our relationship, I was fight or flight. What am I going to do? Who am I going to collab with? How am I going to film my next scene? It was very uncomfortable for me because it's you go from having plenty of content to sell to your fans to having nothing. And it's at the same time you're paying his phone bill. So you're just
nah, I get it.
On, dog?
Yo, you can't quit when you're paying the nigga's phone bill now. That's definitely crazy. When you first met him, and obviously, he's a rapper, he got nominated for a Grammy, I believe twice. Did you think, because sometimes women who are in the adult entertainment business, they'll think meeting a rapper or being in a relationship with a rapper or maybe sometimes an athlete is an exit plan. Did you think, all right, cool, I got Freddie Gibbs, I've secured the bag, it's over, I'm about to just stop doing all the other shit?
I never once thought that or felt that way.
Really?
No.
You never see anything about him oh shit, okay, this is this is another level of maybe wealth or whatever shit?
No, because, and I'm going to tell you why. When Freddie messaged me, I didn't know who he was. I didn't know he was a rapper. I didn't even care about that. I never asked him for anything. The thing about Freddie is he would always make it seem like women just nag him. He would always make it seem like, oh, my baby mama's asking for this, my baby mama's asking for that. So I try to make it a point to never really ask him for anything. I never asked Freddie for anything. I think the best thing he did for me was take me to Hawaii for his fucking birthday.
Yo, no way. No
Literally.
way. Damn.
But I was okay with that. I was so okay with that because I make my own money. I have my own shit. I was just trying to love him. Literally. People can believe whatever they want because of my job or whatever, but I was literally just trying to love him. That's it.
Was he insecure about either other rappers or other men or obviously just your profession in general?
Yeah, you know what? He really was. He was insecure I think he definitely was insecure about other men because, and I can't name drop, but I'll just give you the gist of it. We were at dinner one night and a well-known rapper slid into my DM. And because I was so loyal, I hate that shit. I was so fucking loyal to Freddie. I showed him the DM. And
you should tuck that.
his response wasn't, man, everybody wants my girl. It was, man, all these niggas trying to get to me all the time. And I was like,
he was on some Blueface shit, like, oh, Drake hit my girl up, but no, Drake's obsessed with me.
right, it was always that. It was always that. And I would be like, huh? Like, he just DM'd me. What are you talking about? But I would always let it go because I was trying to make it work. And it was just like fucking forcing the issue.
Yeah, I know in hindsight, it was definitely Benny. You should have fucked that nigga, man. Damn. Do you ever regret something? It wasn't Benny?
No. This was a I'm not gonna say who it was, but it wasn't Benny.
A-list rapper?
Yeah, it was an A-list rapper.
It was Drake. Drake loved porn stars.
It was not Drake. I'm not telling you who it was, but just
it's Future. Future would have got you an AP. Listen. Yo, Benny had you paying his phone bill. Future would have got you an AP. You got to pick better, girl.
I do, but that's what you get when you're the ride or die, though.
Yo, in hindsight, did it ever hit you at a moment like, damn, okay, now that you started kind of understanding, like, you know, like at least this portion of like just the entertainment business, be like, yo, damn, like, yo, I picked the loser out of the bunch.
I feel like that, yeah, sometimes. And I don't hate Freddie at all. Like, I don't have any ill will toward him because I've seen, like, the way that he is behind closed doors. Like, I've seen him not sleep at night. I've seen him be miserable. Like, I need you to really understand what I'm saying. I basically lived with this person for, like, over a year. I know him very fucking well. Like, of course, his fans, they hear the music and it sounds good, but he lives miserably. Okay?
Wait, explain. What do you mean? Because it feels like a front, but, like, you know, what would you consider miserable?
We can start with he doesn't sleep at fucking night, dog.
Maybe he's on drugs. I don't know if he's on drugs.
Not on drugs. He's not on drugs. I know that for a fact. The only thing he does is smoke hella weed.
Okay, that's a W for him. So he just can't. But aren't most of so I would think that most of the issues he have are like self-induced. So
I honestly don't know where it stems from. I really don't. But I know that Freddie is not happy. That makes me sad for him. And I don't even have to go into detail. And I also have no reason to come on here and say anything that's not true. You feel me?
Would you, if he apologized and he said, listen, you know, I did fuck up and I'm sorry, would you try to have a relationship with him again?
No. 1,000% no.
Okay, what about if he says, all right, baby, let's try this again, and I promise I'll pay my phone bill. What's up?
Hell no. Look, that ship has sailed. I got love for Freddie. I wish him the best, but he showed me a version of him that I didn't ever want to see.
Damn.
And not only that, but like he fucked up my career in a way too, because I haven't been able to really do my thing like I want to do. And I'm devoting my body to creating a life for 9 months for somebody who doesn't even want no parts.
Listen, let me see how many people we got up in this bitch. By the way, chat, salute to everybody on Rumble. We got Rumble busting right now. We have, I'm on Twitch still. Jesus Christ, hold on. Give me 1 second. Let me see, rumble.com. All right, we kicking on Rumble. Oh, yeah. Yo, we got crazy amount of... Hey, where could people find your content? I'm pretty sure some people, you know what I mean? Like, obviously, I guess there's a whole, like, area of people who like to watch, you know, pregnant women kind of get it in. Where could they find some of the content, especially with you pregnant?
It's all on my OnlyFans.
It's all on the OnlyFans?
It's all there.
Yo, listen, chat, y'all got to go check out the OnlyFans and tell me if that shit is busting. Y'all got to tell me if it's busting. Hey, listen. Yo, I did have a offer. Again, you don't even have to take it, or you can think about it. but I wanted to see clearly. Hopefully, he'll be involved in a child's life at some point. It would be very sad if he continues this this ignoring shit. Like, you know what I mean? At the end of the day,
It's just weird. Like, it's so weird.
hey, if he's just a bum ass thing in the wins, I would say this. Um, I wouldn't purchase content, but I would be down to be in a bidding war for like the middle name of the kid. If
Okay.
I'm serious, I got my opening bid at $10,000. I swear, I promise you.
10 racks to name my child. You got me fucked up.
No, the middle name, the middle name. No, we could go up now. Trust me, I don't know about Freddie, but I got a couple million. So I don't know about him. We could. It's like an eBay like auction. I mean, we start from there and we see. And also, you can rename the kid afterwards. You just gotta it's gotta be named that for 5 years.
You're goofy as hell for that.
Okay, all right. Listen. So, what's your dating life gonna be? Because I'm gonna be honest with you. If I'm him, and I'm gonna tell you how guys think. The only way for people to forget about this is for him to pop up with a new bitch. He got to pop up with a new bitch ASAP.
Well, I hope he does, and I hope he really finds happiness. Shit, stop faking like you're happy and really go find that shit, man.
So, will you be dating other people?
I don't have any intentions to date anybody anytime soon.
Would you?
That's just not where my priorities are right now.
Would you date another rapper?
Probably not.
I ain't gonna lie. According to my chat, they said my boy Gunna is a fan.
No.
You don't like Gunna? What's your type of guy? We gotta figure this out. What's your type of guy?
I don't want to say I don't like Gunna. I don't even know him, so I can't say I don't like him, right?
Yeah. Hold on. What's your type of guy?
I just want to know how Gunna knew that Freddie was telling fibs.
Nah, everybody know that. Like, listen.
How do niggas know that? Like, he be lying to niggas too?
Let me tell you this. You could go on Google or YouTube and find niggas from Gary, Indiana. They've been said this nigga been frauding since he was in kindergarten. This is the first ever thing with it. From fucking kindergarten. I'm not like, this is ridiculous. So
I don't understand why.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you, and I guess it gets a little bit deeper because, obviously we could have our fun and everybody could like crack jokes and everybody seems to crack jokes whether it's like pro or con or everybody get jokes cracked on them too. But I honestly, and I even said this earlier, I said I would do a sit down with Freddie because honestly, rather than just the jokes, we could get to that. I'm wondering what's the payoff for how he acts and what he does. Because I don't get it. Like, you come off a lot of times goofy to the public, and the people around you, you're not also treating well. Where's the happiness? And now if you're telling me he's not sleeping, now I'm confused. What's the whole point of how he carries himself? And where's that unhappiness stemming from? So, that's what I'd be thinking about even if I'm thinking about, like, having conversations with him.
I have no idea. I feel like I don't even know him. You know what I mean? Like, I know him, but it's like sometimes I feel like I don't because I don't know where any of that shit stems from. Because I know how he acts around people and he comes off so funny, right? But like some of the funniest people that we've ever known have off themselves or like been super depressed. Like people like Robin Williams, not to compare to Freddie, but like he spent his whole life making people laugh to just, end his life. And it's like sometimes I feel like Freddie tried to tell us in Triple S in a lot of his songs how he really feels. And it's crazy because his fan base didn't even grasp it. They want to hear about the gangster rap. They don't want to hear about how he feels. So songs like Grandma Stove and stuff kind of made his fans go kind of like, raise an eyebrow because they've never heard that side of him before.
When
him talking about how he can't function unless he has a drink or a drug. Like, that's really sad. That's not. I don't want to listen to music like that. That's depressing.
When he used to vent to you, what would be like maybe a noticeable difference between what people see with the guy who's like, even today I'm looking on his feed and he's like, he's basically saying this whole thing's a joke, right? So like he's like just laughing emojis, he's just laughing at everything. Um, what when you were with him and he was venting to you about whatever, like who was that person like that was talking to you? Was the guy that was just completely a jokester or what?
No, I mean, there were a lot of times that he was vulnerable with me. I mean, we were in a relationship. Yeah, I would be vulnerable with him. He would be vulnerable with me. And it was a different side of him. That's why I try to tell, like, his fans that be, like, younger. A lot of his fans are younger kids. Yeah, Freddie's funny as fuck, but he also deals with a lot of shit, just like anyone else. He's a fucking human. You know? And of course he's not going to come out and talk about it because that's not his brand.
Hey, so I was also playing this, and as you know, obviously, like just the rap space is just like kind of hyper about like so many of these different things. His baby mama left you like this voicemail saying that you were trying to seek fame and like you were like just a clout chaser. Um, it felt like you had a real reaction to all of those messages, like you didn't expect it at all.
No, I didn't. And it was so weird and crazy because there was a time when Freddie like wasn't responding to her, and yeah, I was with him, but I didn't feel like it was my place to engage. Freddie was like, just ignore her, just ignore her, just ignore her. So I was like, okay. And then she started flooding my DM with all of these hateful words. And I don't talk to people like that. Like, I don't care enough to even respond to stuff like that. But I got the sense that she was like projecting in those voice memos. Like, I felt like she was talking to herself. Like, you're a clout chaser. If I was a clout chaser, I would not be dating Freddie Gibbs. Like, and I say that with all the respect and love in my heart. That's not who I would choose.
Come on, man. You would have chose Gunna, Drake, Future. Come on now.
I would have chosen an A-list rapper.
Who would you have chose? Give me a name.
I mean, I don't have a name, but it's just the point. Like, Freddie Gibbs, I was a brand before Freddie.
Yeah.
I had shit going on before Freddie. Like, before Freddie, I had an Instagram account with 200,000 followers. Like, I never needed Freddie to, like, level myself up. I just
Yo, I'm going to keep it 100 with you. You kind of even established the fact that he even got bad bitches. We just thought he got some hood boogers.
Well, see, there you go.
Like Freddie, you know what I mean? Like, and by the way, it's nothing wrong with this because there's a lot of rappers and a lot of people in hip hop who ain't like, you know, who we call facially challenged. Shit, I be in that mix sometime myself too. Freddie, one of the ugly niggas in the game, so we always thought that a nigga like this, he dating some cockroach looking bitches. Like, we ain't gonna lie to you. So when we seen him with you, we're like, oh shit, he getting some baddies. So you really put that nigga on.
Well, see, I obviously never thought he was ugly.
Come on now, like, yo, listen, come on now.
I mean, what I'm saying is a lot of people accuse me of like being a clout chaser. And I'm like, there are so many opportunities I passed up that I could have been chasing clout behind Freddie that I never acted on out of respect for him. Like, I'm not a fucking clout chaser. I don't need to be. But I also don't have to say that because it's already, people know that.
Yeah. No. I mean, definitely makes sense. I honestly wish everything turns out good for you. I think what the internet's going to be most likely concerned about is what happens from here, right? Is it something where he's like, hey, listen, I'm going to reach out to her and hopefully we could have these conversations to move along and hopefully nothing else will come out publicly? Or is it something that's going to be where he's going to drop a song dissing you or just say his side, but just say that you trapped him or some shit like that? And then the saga continues. Who knows?
He probably will. And I'm just giving him something to rap about. I don't care if he can't diss me. Literally, what is he going to say? I do porn? Okay, you already knew that. The whole world already knows that. How is he going to diss me?
Well, I mean, listen, here's the thing with what I always realize about relationships. You know a few things and you don't have to say here. Like you know a few things about him that maybe if it was brought to light, like shit, you even mentioned in that whole thing about the picture that you never released is the reason is one of the few reasons why he even has acknowledged it, because everybody keeps saying it to him. Right?
And what did he do? He tried to turn it into a joke. He tried to act like he was laughing about it, but he knows damn well that I have that fucking picture in my phone. That's why he won't do shit.
No, that's not a real picture though. Like I could tell. I could tell you said that. Like that's a woman scoring thing. Like
no, that's a very real photo in my phone.
You have a picture of Freddie Gibbs with his asshole spread open.
Yes, I do.
Why would he even take?
Why he did it? And I just want to clarify that. I want to clear my name in that light. I have no fucking clue why he did it. People are like, oh, you don't need to clown him for what he was doing with you in the bedroom. Da da da. No.
You told him to bend over, and you was about to stroke that nigga with a strap on.
No. No.
So why the hell would he be splitting his asshole open?
That sounds crazy.
No, it sounds real. If it
was, and I'll tell you the setting. We were on FaceTime, and he just bent over in the camera and just spread that shit wide open. And I was like, yo. Like, and of course,
wait, he was naked?
Huh?
He was naked?
He was butt naked. I don't know why he did it. We were about to hang up. Like, it was just like a weird thing that he did before we hung up the phone. And of course, I took a screenshot because I was like, this is crazy as fuck.
No. Let's be honest. You took a screenshot. You're like, yo, this nigga might be gay. Not that there's no wrong with it, but you're like...
I never really thought, like, he's gay. I never really thought that. But, like, why are you spreading your asshole open?
You've inserted something in his anus. Be honest.
No, I never put anything in his butt.
Y'all shared butt plugs or something.
No, we never did nothing like that. That's why I was like, why is he doing this butthole shit? And then it became something that he would just do. Like, he would get out of the shower, come up to me, spread his asshole open. It just became like a thing.
What? Nah, this is cat. Nah, this is cat. So he would routinely come up and spread, like what type of spreading? We talking about, like, both hands on the buttocks, like splitting it open, like how Moses parted the Red Sea?
Yeah, he would just do it. And of course I would laugh because I was like, this is crazy. Like, but he would just do it. And I don't know if it was just something he liked to do or whatever. I never stuck anything in his butt. But I don't know why he was doing that shit.
Freddie kind of do come across like the type of nigga that if he farted, it wouldn't even make a sound.
Does he?
I don't know. That's after the first time a nigga spread his asshole open, you got to be like, brother, where did you learn this? Maybe it was imitating something he saw you do like in a scene.
No, I don't think so. I don't know if he was just in a silly, goofy mood or what.
Has he ever mentioned about bringing another man in the bedroom type shit? Like,
no.
So you don't think he's gay at all?
No, I don't think he's gay. I mean...
Little bi-curious, though. Little bi-curious.
I think everybody might be a little bit bi-curious.
Whoa, pause. No, that's not true. Niggas ain't going around splitting their asshole like... Aha, jokes on you.
I don't know.
Girl, you've been with mad people in terms of, especially people professionally.
I'm very comfortable with my sexuality. I know not everybody else is. But I can't say, oh yeah, I think he's gay, because I don't think
No,
that.
no, 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 no. I wouldn't say gay, but it that behavior comes off a little bi curious.
I don't know. Some may say so.
Hmm. All right. Well, those are one of those things. I don't think people, and for the people who think that Freddie Gibbs, like I don't think people are gonna believe it anyway, just because they're gonna look at you. There's two things. Ex girlfriend always says: "Dick small, he gay." It never fails. Dick
Yeah.
small, he gay. If she don't say that, you weren't fucking all right.
Okay.
Are you saying this is not that?
No, no, no. That's not that. This is not that.
Some people say, oh, they say that's where the male G spot is. He just wanted you to. Okay, okay, y'all a while. So
I have Look, I have no idea why he was doing it. I don't even know if he knows. But it's just something he
nah,
would
that
do.
nigga know. That nigga know.
I would
Hey,
just be like, okay, that's kind of weird.
hey. By the way, so the Prime 112 thing. Were you and him dating at that time or no?
No, I wasn't. We were just friends at that time.
Well, after you heard about it, weren't you concerned?
Yeah, I texted him. I was like, hey, are you okay? And he was always like, of course I'm okay. But I'm like, well, why are you getting beat up? What's going on? And I never took it lightly, because it wasn't ever funny to me. Like, rappers were really dying. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Be honest, right? Because this is also I really thought. I'm like, yo, Freddie Gibbs is like they're treating him like Young Berg back in the day. He ever told you like, hey babe, let's go out to Sexy Fish in Miami, or let's go out to somewhere and you're like, bro, let's order DoorDash or takeout, Uber Eats, brother. Let's not go out and go get in the altercation because you talk a lot of shit.
Well, that never occurred to me till after the Buffalo thing happened. I was like, damn, why? I didn't know anything about Benny the Butcher or anything. No one told me shit about Buffalo. Okay. So I'm thinking everything is great. This is the next stop on the tour. Whatever. Knowing that Freddie knew that Benny was there, we both wore all of our jewelry. He knew the beef he had in that city. I don't know why he wanted to go to a restaurant and eat in a public place outside and take me with him. I don't know why he felt like that was the right answer. And people are like, well, how was he supposed to defend you? He was getting beat up by 20 people. He should have never brought me there in the first place.
Yeah, that's a fact. When that day happened, like how quickly and how surreal was it? Because like we saw videos and you were trying to like fight back, but it it felt like it wasn't like, oh, an argument led to this altercation. They made a beeline for y'all.
Oh, yeah. Um, it all happened so quick. And of course, the internet thinks everything is funny. Kind of like you were saying about Freddie saying that he was going to kill you, whatever. It sounds funny until you're in the fire zone and you're in the fucking spotlight of that situation.
Yeah, no, of course. Like,
About that day was funny at all. I really thought that he was going to die. I'm not kidding. And I told him that. After it happened, I was like, I was so worried about it. I went into a full-blown fucking couldn't leave my house type situation. Like, it was bad. Our security froze up.
the security didn't do nothing.
They didn't do shit.
How many security did you guys have?
We only had 2 security guards, but they were getting beat up too.
I ain't gonna lie, them security guards supposed to be out front while y'all run out the back.
There was no back. There was a brick wall behind us, so there was nowhere to go.
Oh, so probably the waitress and like everybody else in there was in on it, type shit. Like,
Probably, yeah. And I just wonder like why he would put us in that situation. And kind of afterwards, he was like, "Yeah, maybe we should have Ubered, whatever." But in my head, I'm like, damn, was he trying to prove something? Like, was he trying to go in Benny City and just do whatever? Like, but for what? Like, you're 40. I'm so over that shit. Like, and then when we got beat up in Buffalo, I was like, damn, this is the second time he's been beat up in a public. This is getting embarrassing.
Did you like? We saw him perform, which I give him credit for performing. You know, with the lumps on his face. Did you at least put some ice on it?
Yeah, I mean, we went to the urgent care and got him all fixed up and all that.
Damn, but he wasn't bleeding or nothing, right?
Yeah, he was bleeding.
Oh,
I was bleeding. I was like, damn, like, and they didn't have no mercy. They were like coming for everybody. And that's why you saw me in that video or in that picture throwing the left hook. Okay.
I see you. That's what I'm saying. You held it down like a rock. I'm gonna be honest with you. I always thought that you were like a chick from like the hood. And I seen you in that video. I'm like, oh, you a hood bitch. I'm like, yo, you hold it down.
That's the thing. I'm not from no hood. I'm from a like very white suburb type place. I've never seen anything like I saw that day in my whole fucking life.
What happened to all the vice lords that he said he had though? Weren't they rolling with y'all?
There were no vice lords with us.
Really?
It was literally me and Freddie and 2 security guards. That's it.
Damn.
It was not a fun time. It was a really weird fucking time. I felt all I wanted to do was make it back home to my child. That's it. And I was like, damn, going on the road with him is getting dangerous for me. Like, I might have to leave this lifestyle because I'm not protected like I thought I was. And I don't care what you do for a living. You should always be protected, especially when you're with somebody that claims they are this and that, you know?
Yeah, but I think you could quickly see like Freddie Gibbs been fraud, like he been frauding. Like, did you? Let's like no disrespect. And again, you know you've been around. Did he come across like the type of dude that was like some feared gang member? Like, come on, like you never saw that.
In the beginning, he kind of did. I guess he had me fooled. Shit, I don't know. Or I don't know if love is blind or what, but like I thought that he was like a real, yeah. I know he has some pull, like definitely in like Gary and where he's from, yeah, for sure. But like, we were not protected that day.
No, that's cap. Hey, listen, his former homeboys invited me to go there, and honestly, like, truth be told, it's been just so many signs of like things like this happening, and I've said it a lot of times publicly. I'm like, hey, brother, like, I don't even, even me making fun of him for like this situation of him not stepping up. I don't even hate the dude like that. It's kind of trying to give him a pep talk, like the shit you were doing consistently for shits and giggles to impress people online don't matter to your health, well-being, your career, and definitely don't matter to the people who are there for you the most. Maybe just be a good human being and fall back off the trolling. That'll help you a little bit more.
I mean, I don't know. I can't speak for him on that. I don't know.
Nah, I get it. Hey, listen, I want to hear much more of the story. I do know. I won't mention all the specifics, but I do know. There's a bunch of other media opportunities that of people hitting you up that I would love to hear how that conversation goes. More from a neutral place where obviously I think people look at it and look at me and his history, so they're always intrigued if it's like, oh, act whatever. But I can't wait to hear those conversations as well. Currently, and I do want to give you an opportunity to get everything out and say anything you do want to say. Obviously for people who are interested, like there's a lot more to the story. Again, you're not just gonna hear the whole thing on a fucking stream. But what do you have coming up? what do you want to kind of get out, and what do you want to say to Freddie if he is listening?
I don't really want to say anything to Freddie if he's listening. I think that I've said my piece. You feel me? So I don't really. There's nothing that needs to be said. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. I get it. Listen, well, for everybody here, make sure y'all go check out her OnlyFans. She has a bunch of content there. You know, I look at you as somebody who has gotten a raw deal. You're left to fend for yourself. And while people might have whatever opinion about, oh, she has OnlyFans and she's pregnant, man, not only does it say, well, mama gotta have a life too, but somebody has to fucking pay the phone bill. Like, you know what I mean? Somebody has to keep
Right.
this shit going on, especially when you have someone who, you know, somebody like Freddie is probably ignoring you for compliance, where it's like, all right, until she gets on my program, I'm not gonna participate or whatever the case is, and you gotta live your life.
Yeah.
Um, could you tell people where they can find OnlyFans or any place where they can either see your content or talk to you directly? Because again, I know a lot of people are interested in this.
Yeah, it's on my Twitter.
And the Twitter is?
The Twitter is Destiny Creams.
Yo, by the way, you're kind of a troll too, yo. Like every time I look on your Twitter, there's a new head video, like the little pin video, and it's some lit shit. I'm gonna keep it 100.
I try.
All right. Anyway, chat. I'm pretty sure me and Destiny will talk. We'll talk more. But you know, I'm glad she will just get on stream and just kind of you know, kind of give a little bit of context of what we're seeing, because I read a bunch of tweets and I played a bunch of you know, audio files and even videos about the whole relationship. It's been trending for the last week or so because people are so in disbelief. And I'll give her one thing as a credit. I think this is one of the few situations that maybe a lot of the women who are now rallying around her, hoping that there is some type of, you know, there's something done to kind of make this right. Usually people just blame the woman and say, you're a hoe, just fuck you. You know what I mean? But I see a lot of people like trying to support your story and your plight.
You said what?
I see a lot of people and especially women supporting your plight after you told your story. Usually when women come out saying that, they get the full blame, like, hey, it's your fault for choosing that guy, this and third. A lot of people are supporting you.
Yeah, I mean that's really appreciated.
Yeah, yeah. No, of course, great. All right, yo, hey, thank you for even answering my call again. Chat, there's more conversations to be had. When those happen, I will definitely be publishing it on all the social medias. Please go check her out. And Destiny, thank you for answering. Okay.
Yeah, no worries. Take care.
All right, definitely. That was good, chat. See, chat, I told you I'm a nice guy, man. I ain't like Freddie Gibbs. Yo, Boom. Where's that nigga Boom at? Boom. Is Boom up? Niggas is probably sleeping. I know this started late today, man. It started late today. But we had to get it, man. Yo, Grand. Oh, this is just part one. This is part one, okay? This is just part one. This is just part one, man. Hey, listen. To be very fair and very honest, I want to be, you know, respectful of her. Again, y'all do know me and Freddie Gibbs don't see eye to eye, but that's not me and this woman. She's going through her own plight. You know, she has her own gripes with him that she wants to have him held accountable for, and she wants him to whatever. I'm not waging war versus this woman. You get what I mean? And by the way, I'm gonna also give her props because I think there's a lot of comments also coming across during in the rap world that basically shames her because she is a sex worker. I think she just has the best response to it. This nigga knew what he signed up for. You know what I mean? It's not like she she was with this guy and he thinks she's a librarian and one day he goes on Google and he sees a video of her popping her pussy. He's been telling her the truth. He knew what's up. He made his decision. He said he wanted to have a kid with her. He was gassing all this shit up, and then now this fuck nigga is acting up. So it is what it is now. Chat, listen, I do have a bunch of more stuff to kind of get to, but I'm not gonna get to it on this particular stream. I think we had a legit enough conversation with her for tonight. It's 3 o'clock. I'm gonna get off. I will be back tomorrow. Let me see. I gotta check my time. I got to give y'all an early stream with the other topics, including C Breezy putting the beats on my nigga Usher, man. And fortunately, I know a couple women who was at the party, so maybe I could get a voice changer. I need them to tell me how Chris Breezy tried to falcon punch my nigga Usher. And apparently it's all over Tiana Taylor. Some people are telling me that Chris Brown is having that booger sugar rage. You know what I mean? He's having the cocaine rage, which I don't know if he does cocaine or not. But apparently a lot of people are saying that he's been getting into stuff, especially when he feels disrespected. And sometimes that's just a byproduct of his image. It's not like people want to disrespect him, but we'll see what it is, man. All right, people. Listen, I'm getting off stream for now, man. I know y'all wanted me to cover much more topics. I'll be back on tomorrow. I promise y'all. Tomorrow. Definitely. Promise. I promise y'all. Promise y'all. Put it on the books. I'll be back on tomorrow. Thank you guys. Love you guys. Salute to Destiny. And salute to my guy, Spreadie Gibbs. Spreadie, we will keep you in our prayers. And trust me, you will be topic of conversation for the next few days. We're going to break this down at every angle. Also, I didn't ask this to Destiny. I was wondering if she was down to do... Well, I was going to... That might be on some other content, but we got to figure out, will the paternity test, would she agree to it? Because Freddie Gibbs is right now in denial, claiming it's not his kid. Well, he hasn't said it publicly yet, but you know how niggas are. So we got to prove that it's his kid, and then hopefully we can get some naming rights. All right? Chat, love y'all. Catch y'all tomorrow. Salute to Destiny, and thank y'all for watching on Rumble. Thank y'all for watching on Twitch. Yeah. I will give everybody shout outs tomorrow, but y'all know we had a little hot situation earlier. All right, people, peace. Catch you tomorrow.